What's up, everybody? This is Doggie Diamonds, and this is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is a part of the rundown. So, what is the rundown? You probably asked what's the rundown. Many people don't even know what the rundown is. I'm going to tell you what it is really quick. It's things that I deem to be news and noteworthy. Might not be news and noteworthy to you, but it's, certain things that I see across the internet, and I feel like talking about it. Might be hip-hop, might be politics, might be sports every now and again. Who knows? But it's what I feel like doing, and I think you might be interested. So I talk about it. So without further ado, this is from Hot97.com, and it reads, Dame Dash ordered to sell film studio in his streaming network. Dame Dash financial downfall has deepened. A federal judge in New York has ordered the sale of assets tied to the Dash Group, his business held entirely under his wife Raquel Horn's name, to settle a debt stemming from a 2019 copyright lawsuit. All Hip Hop broke the news on Tuesday, May 13th. Author and filmmaker Edwyna Brooks sued Dash that year, accusing him of releasing a film adaptation of her Mafietta book series without consent. She won a $78,289 judgment in 2020, which Dash never paid. He countersued and lost, then allegedly hid assets through shell companies like the Dash Group and Poppington LLC. With legal fees and interest, Dash now owes close to $100,000. After repeated attempts to collect, Brooks asked the court to force the sale of his holdings. The judge appointed a receiver to liquidate Horn's ownership of the Dash Group, with court documents listed as fully in her name. The company includes several of Dash's prize ventures, his American news streaming service, the CEOByDash platform, and the children's book Dusko Goes to Space. Dash is now required to turn over company records. Proceeds from the sale will be used to pay Brooks. This follows the November 2024 auction of Dash 1/3 stake of Roc-A-Fella Records, which brought in $1 million. Nearly $200,000 went to unpaid child support, while $1.7 was applied to his overdue New York state taxes, leaving nothing for other creditors. Dame Dash also owes $800,023 in a separate judgment tied to the film Dear Frank, along with $4 million defamation ruling and $8 million in back taxes. He's reportedly preparing to file for bankruptcy. Dash could face contempt charges or arrest if he fails to comply with the court orders. The court caps Brooks' recovery at the original $78,000 judgment plus interest, but Dash financial reckoning appears far from over. So, this is never good news to see somebody like Dame Dash fall from grace, and his financial records and everything be out there like that. Dame Dash was once a self-professed cakeaholic. He once, said he wore sneakers, threw them away, didn't wear the same socks, and that's when he was younger. Though I'm not gonna hold that against him, but it is a lesson to be learned for anybody who saw that coming up and wanted to pattern themselves after that. Getting money and wasting money and being really, really reckless with money. As Cameron once said, he had museum walls in his house, and he did a lot of reckless spending and buying mansions that he didn't even live in and all that. So financial literacy is something that we're not brought up and we're not taught. We're taught to get some money, spend some money, look like you got money, and do a lot of things with it. And unfortunately, this could be the end result of not having financial literacy. And some people think financial literacy is just taking courses and, going to these seminars like Earn Your Leisure and stuff like that. To me, in my opinion, I don't want to say professional because I'm not a professional, but in my opinion, that's not financial literacy. To me, financial literacy is no reckless spending. Get what you need, not what you want. Every now and again, reward yourself with something that you want. But if you don't need it, you shouldn't want it. You shouldn't be looking to the left or to the right and trying to compete. Hold on. My left is this way. But I think I did it right because you're looking at me. I don't know, whatever. You shouldn't be looking at what other people are doing and thinking you're competing via purchases. No matter what you do, if you buy something in 2025, next year is old. And if it depreciates, it's not going to have any value, especially if you're doing it to show off, especially if you're doing it to post for other people, especially if you think you're doing it because it's going to give you some type of status. Nothing material could ever give you status. And if it does, it's short-lived. So whatever you buy, whatever you pay for, just make sure that it's investment. Get out of here. Make sure it's an investment and make sure it would appreciate, not depreciate. So as many things you could spend your money on. The best thing I think you could spend your money on is yourself. Invest in your dreams, invest in your craft, invest in your purpose. So if you're a podcaster, you should have the best podcast equipment for your budget. You should have the best microphone. You should always invest in yourself. Having excess jewelry, having excess cars, excess sneakers, if you can't turn around and resell it at a valuable, reasonable price, then you have it for nothing. Myself personally, I like to invest in, my lighting. I like to invest in my camera. I like to invest in good microphones. I like to invest in cell phones when I'm doing content. So being that I'm a content creator, most of my monies go back to my content. That's why I can have a certain look, whether you like it or not. I think I like it. A lot of people like it. That's what it's all about. And I think Dame Dash knows that. And I think he learned it a little late. So when he was investing in himself and getting the film studio and the streaming network, the ROI on it probably didn't come fast enough for him to pay people back. So now you're forced to sell that stuff. And I personally think, in my opinion, I think Dame Dash was onto something with his YouTube. I think he should have stayed doing the YouTube. YouTube is very, very feasible. Everybody's doing it, so it got to be feasible. And then done correctly, you can really, really earn a nice living off of YouTube. I think Dame Dash is very, very intelligent. He's not the man that he once was, and it has nothing to do with finances, just that he's older, he's wiser. And I think Dame Dash can be very, very credible and valuable in the culture if he told more cultural stories and more to-dos and how-tos. If he did that, he would be a powerful asset in his culture, because he sat in some of these meetings that many of us want to sit in. We seen the good, we seen a lot of the bad, but I'm pretty sure it was good. He knows how to structure deals. He knows how to do stuff. So I think if Dame Dash went to his YouTube and I was all dark a minute ago. I think if Dame Dash took to his YouTube and did a little bit more of that, I think he would be out of control. And I can't really tell him what to do, because he's seen more money than me, more success than me. And when he does do his YouTube, it's very, very, very successful. He gets the views. But I don't know why he stopped, or if he stopped, but I haven't seen anything. But shout out to Dame Dash. This is not a video to clown him or make fun of him in no way. I don't like to see nobody go through hard times, especially when it's back to back to back. How much could somebody take? And I don't know who he pissed off in the higher uppers, because this seems like it's deeper than just some Roc-A-Fella Jay-Z breakup. I don't know what it is. And if you think it's that, that's fine too. But what do you think about this story? What do you think about what's going on? Leave your opinion. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button and leave me a comment. Your comments are very, very important. And hit the share button too. Share it to your Facebook. Share it to your X account. I don't care if you take a little screenshot and share it to your Instagram account. All support is welcome, needed. I'm Doggie Diamonds. Until next time, peace.
Doggie Diamonds did this.